Hello, viewers. You're welcome to another edition of the Now Show, the show about your journey of self discovery, becoming the better person that God has created you to be. And on today's episode, we're going to be talking addictions. Yes, we know that prevalent amongst the young population today is a lot of issues with addictions. Different types of addictions. And joining me on today's episode is back again Dr. Peter Nubi, consultant, psychiatrist, and lecturer at the University of Lagos. Dr. Nubi, thank you again for being on the Now Show.
Thank you.
You know, you're partnering with us now to transform lives, help people become aware of so many things that they're not aware of, and also be on this journey of self-discovery to becoming the better persons that God has created them to be. So today we're talking addictions. Doctor, what are addictions?
You know, you have the way of throwing the bomb.
Let's just go into it.
The question is, where do I start
Where do you start from?
Okay.
Yes.
Addiction is a global phenomenon. It's now an emergency in Nigeria. It is a situation where one finds himself or herself continuously in a particular habit. And this time around, you try to stop the habit, but you find it impossible or difficult to stop. So once you see it in that global context, you cannot begin to say addiction to what?
Okay. Because I was going to say, when you say habits, you know, you find yourself in particular habits. So the ones that, are they good habits, bad habits, or just habits?
Well,
any kind of habits can become an addiction.
Yeah, in the context
of context that we're discussing, an addiction is something that is negative, definitely negative. And some addictions, as I know that, I'm sure you as the experts will know more. You have things like pornography. I mean, people are addicted to pornography. It is endemic. The young people, old. It's really, it cuts across. Masturbation. Some of these things that we're going to talk about, they're things that usually people don't talk about openly. You know, in our society, we kind of think that there's some topics that should be behind closed doors, no-go areas. But as they become a situation, like you said, it's becoming, so we need to deal with these issues. We cannot hide from them. We can't run away, because we tend to hide. We tend to run away from some of these issues.
Just play the ostrich.
Exactly. So pornography, masturbation, alcohol,
internet addiction generally, gambling.
You know, it's really. So, doctor, how do we go about dealing with addictions?
Thank you very much. You know, we talked about addiction both in positive and negative, just as we said.
Yes.
I mean, when I was in school, my nickname was ATJ.
What was ATJ?
Addicted to Jesus.
Oh, wow.
So that's
a good addiction. Yes. I want people to say to me,
ATJ.
You are addicted to Jesus.
ATJ.
Yes.
ATJ. I have friends that still call me ATJ to
Yes.
But the question is, how many of our youths have that positive addiction? Addiction. Can you say that you're addicted to positivity, addicted to success, addicted to winning?
In fact, what you've just said now is a direction for this episode. Now we're going to move people from negative addictions to positive addiction. Yes, thank you.
So we'll now talk about negative addiction.
Yes.
And it's the same principle that whether it is addiction in terms of pornography, masturbation, internet addiction, gambling, or alcohol, drugs, addiction. It's the same principle. And people have looked at causes. But what are the causes?
Yes.
Because all we need to do now is to break into three parts. The causes of addiction, symptoms that somebody is in addictive behavior.
Okay.
And how such person, maybe parents, will identify.
Good. Yes.
You may have to remind me
important.
when I go and you remind me of some of this. And then how do we manage or the consequences of addiction for management?
Yes.
So now let's talk about reasons or etiology or causes of addiction.
Okay.
People have looked at addiction in different perspectives. They look at the psychological aspect. They look at the environmental aspect.
Okay.
They look at the biological aspect. Let me pick the psychological aspect. It is believed that once a parent, or let me say a brother or anyone that is related to someone is addicted, more or less the person that is looking up to that person will become addicted.
Okay.
Because of mimicking, because of trying to emulate that person. I'm trying to avoid jargons, medical jargons.
Okay.
So in terms of imitation, you understand? So there's tendency for you to look at that and project and say, oh, this person is doing this thing, it must be good. So people have looked at, people become addicted because of who they have taken as their mentor or someone they have taken their image. So that is psychological aspect. People have looked at addiction in terms of.
I recently had to say to some people when I was speaking that you want to copy, write, copy Christ. You want to copy, right?
People
copy Christ.
Wrongly.
Yes. People copy
That's
wrongly. Yes.
Another thing is environmental.
Yes.
If you look at environment, for example, homes where are always fighting and everything, the children, or homes where the children are not accepted, they don't know how to express themselves. So they may find help outside.
So rejection can lead to
chaotic home or rejection, where children do not find harmony. They just go to their friends who teach them, because it seems to be a way out.
Because they're looking for somewhere to just express themselves, somewhere where they're accepted. Yes. So whatever they get there, whatever is fed to them there is what they feed on.
Be happy.
And
they'll be happy. That's another problem.
So we need to watch our children's company.
Fantastic.
Where they go to.
Yeah.
Who they mix with.
Yes. Or even make the home comfortable.
Homes. It starts from the home. Yes. I always say this thing
and
that
listen to them.
It starts from the home.
Yeah. Another thing is when you look at even our environment.
Yes.
Unemployment.
Yes.
Social vices.
Yes.
Economic instability.
Okay.
Anarchy. All these things. I mean, someone that graduated and for many years
you can't find a job.
So he becomes depressed, and because of that, they just take this thing as a coping mechanism. So people use some of these drugs and other things to cope.
Coping mechanism.
But we call it maladaptive or abnormal coping mechanism. Because there are many ways. If you're unemployed, if you are not happy, this and that, there are many ways to cope. Yes. Stress at work and everything. Yes. There are better ways.
Of course.
But they go through this because it has a way of just making you calm, just diverting your attention, only that the problem will still
remain. There. And because I remember that when I was in school, they used to say, luckily, I never tasted alcohol, I never tasted cigarettes, and everything, really lucky.
Yeah.
I had friends who indulged in some of these things, and some were able to come out of those vices, some were not able to come out of them, unfortunately. And one thing they used to say about those who got drunk was that, when you got drunk, you forgot your problems. But the minute you are sober, it comes back. So,
what you said now is very important. And that is the principle of addiction. Because they always want to forget that problem. So they take again.
Going back to
they take again.
Those substances.
They take again. And that's why addiction sets in. So most of the time, because their highs, I met a patient who said, I knocked myself out because each time I wake up, I said,
so I don't want to go back to those problems.
She's actually repeating, and she has not told the family because she said my father will kill me. So she became depressed, and she was drinking and smoking cannabis and coke. But immediately she gets to that lucid or clear state.
Yes.
How will
I face them?
Not
she goes back again.
Became very addicted. So that's it. And then even the narrative.
That says something about the relationship, our relationship with our children.
We said it earlier under that we must provide that.
They must be able to tell you anything. They must be able to come to you for succor.
Yes.
No matter the issues that they have, they should be able to face up to you and say, I have this issue, and we deal with it the correct way. Not that we go gaga on them and we throw them out to something.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So another way is the narratives.
Okay.
You know, you go, you watch movies, you watch TV.
Yes.
You hear the narrative behind some of these drugs. Oh, this is brewing for the strong. Oh, the ultimate. So you know the narrative. Brewing for the strong, ultimate, the fineness of value.
So
and the purest of all these things we need to also change the narratives. Availability.
Yes.
You understand? Because some of these drugs that are supposed to have big tax on them, they are just available. And because they're available, it's easy for people. Look at codeine. Fine, people are now, I can tell you that once they placed the ban on codeine, the price went up. It wasn't as easy as before. When people could just
go and get it.
So you can see that the restriction is there. Before you go now, no pharmacies that is sensible will just sell it to you. So because the awareness was created. There.
Yes.
Because it was a problem.
That is what happens. That's the positive that comes out of identifying the problem and dealing with it, rather than not deal with the issue.
Right. So when you look at this environmental, psychological, social, when you bring all these things together, family problem, unemployment, economic instability, all these things can make people go into addiction. Their mental illness in itself. Sometimes people just become depressed. Instead of them going for help, they'll be using substance to deal with it. Sometimes people are hearing voices. Go for help, take medication and be okay. They try to. Sometimes people have this delusion or belief that are quite unusual and they use substance. That is maladaptive. Then poor resilience. In those days when we fail, we read and we try again. But now people just become stressed at work or they fail the exam and they drink themselves to sleep. So when you look at all this in low level of resilience and everything, no parental comfort, home is in disarray, all these things makes our youth. All these things, they make our youth to go into addiction. And of course, biological.
I say one thing, that if you are anchored in Christ, all these things, no matter the pressures, you'll be able to overcome.
You should.
Yes. So really and honestly, it's people being anchored on Christ. If they can just, this journey, I want to be anchored on Christ. It will help some of the decisions we make. Some of the things that we do. Because everybody is open to temptations. And that's the truth. Because we're talking about addictions that environmental causes or some. There are some addictions that I can't say is environmental causes. I can't say maybe it's because things are challenging, somebody has failed or something. You look at like sexual addictions. You have things like there are people that are addicted to sex. That if they have not had sex 3 times a day, they will not be okay. There are some who are addicted to pornography. I mean, then some people are addicted to masturbation. A man is married, he has a wife, he sleeps with his wife, or even a woman, and even after they meet, they still go around to masturbate because they feel that that's where the satisfaction comes from. It's a problem, a huge problem. Some of them, they are leading to breakdown. When you want to, find satisfaction in yourself, which is wrong, and everything like that. How do you deal with those kind of addictions?
Well, again,
are you going to send such a person to the doctor as well and call it? Is it a mental health issue?
You see, every time I come around, I have a way of changing the narratives, and I'm happy
about
it. That's
what it's meant to be. Yes, because you are the expert.
So let me change some of the narratives and some of the things you said. I don't say I'm correcting. I only use the word. I change the narrative.
Okay.
Now, when people have addiction to pornography and co, as I've said, it may be a way of dealing with certain things. You have now preferred one of the solutions that anchor on Christ and everything, which is good.
Yes.
Spirituality has been found to help. even in psychology.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
But you also need to know that there's another reason for addiction, which could be biological. Biological cause of addiction, which once the brain is rewired, the configuration of the brain is rewired, it longs for that particular habit. There's a part of the brain we call the reward center.
Okay.
That is what will make you to long after a particular food you had before that you enjoyed.
Okay.
Or a particular drink you drank and you enjoyed. Once that place is stimulated, it continues to call. Okay? That is why we say that the best thing is to know how to cope with issues instead of using some of these addictive things, because some things have been found to be particularly addictive in nature. Some behaviors are addictive in nature.
Okay.
Once you engage in them and you are fortunate and unfortunate to stimulate the reward center, you may be the voluntary partaker, but at the end of the day, you'll be an involuntary partaker.
Wow.
So which means that addiction is like entry.
This concept of voluntary and
fantastic.
involuntary partakers.
Fantastic. There's a pyramid.
I need you to. Okay.
There's a pyramid for addiction.
Okay.
The first is maybe experimental.
Okay.
Or you're just, my friends are in the party, they're just smoking, they're doing one thing, let me try. Or everybody's watching this film, let me watch this pornography.
Okay.
Experimental stage.
Okay.
If you quickly tell yourself, oh, let me anchor my faith, let me do this, let me seek help in a better way, don't let me use maladaptive way, you can escape addiction.
Okay.
But if you fail at
the experimental
stage,
okay,
then you move to purposeful use. That purposeful use now, you now discover that to have satisfaction with my partner is not there. But when I masturbate, when I watch pornography, when I smoke, I can read. When I smoke cannabis, I can sleep. So it's now becoming for this reason I am doing it.
Okay.
Oh, when I shark, I can face any lady. Before I'm timid. Instead of me to go through normal way of how do I
toasting.
Or ask my friends, how do I have self-confidence and hope? I'm now using substance. So I've moved from experimental, which is let me just try it, to now purposeful. So I'm now using it for that particular purpose.
Okay.
And once I'm using it for that purpose, any of this addictive behavior, I will not seek the right one. Because I've already seen it. Cheap way.
Okay.
But it's a dangerous way.
But at that moment, it doesn't look to you like it's dangerous.
Hey, if we are able to get you at the level of purposeful use, help can still come your way. But my dear, once you move to the third level, because we have 4 levels of the pyramid, once you move to compulsory use, it's becoming dangerous.
Okay.
That means that pornography, that masturbation, that internet, that gambling, that drugs, that alcohol addiction. It's now becoming something that is difficult for you to stop. So even when you cry and say, God, forgive me, this and that, the next moment, you see yourself there. Because you just realize that you can't sleep, you can't get satisfaction, you can't cope with the stress of work, you can't do many things without. So it has become compulsory. So your performance evaluation in the office, 0. And then you want to make your performance to be high. You now go into drinking and everything, and then you are doing very well. At the beginning, it will appear as if addiction is paying you. It will be as if it's giving inspiration to sing. So you see people, they wear this jaruzi, everything, and then they sing inspiration after cannabis. It will first give you that curve. You realize that you can't sing on stage when you don't take it, but when you take cannabis, you take all those science students combination. I'm a science student, all these things. Permit me to use the street name, but that is the name on the street. Okay? We'll still talk about different forms of addiction of drugs that people are taking nowadays. We'll be talking about pit latrine, tire, fire extinguisher. We'll get there. So that is the compulsory use in which you just realize that one cannot do anything.
You can't do without it.
And finally, one gets to the apex of the pyramid, which is addictive use. It is or dependence. Don't forget experimental, purposeful, compulsory, addictive or intensive or dependent use. At this level, one is no longer in control of the addictive behavior. It is the addictive behavior
That's now controlling
so one becomes
the person.
helpless.
Wow.
That's why you see somebody who is sexually addicted. We practically not even bring the woman home. We practically leave the wife and go, and it will be obvious. Before they were hiding to smoke or while hiding to watch, it will now be fine. In the afternoon in their office, they can be watching pornography. If you say, are they okay? It has become dependent. They have become junky. They cannot do without it again.
Wow.
So that's when it is now, it's controlling their lives. So all this one is no longer, remember the son of who you are. Remember that it has passed that level.
So when is the best time intervention? When is the best time for intervention? At what stage of addiction?
You know the answer. Don't try it.
Of course.
Prevention is the
better.
best intervention. Prevention is the best
Prevention
intervention.
is the best intervention.
Yes,
Definitely.
However, maybe you are watching us.
Yes.
And you are at the experimental stage.
Yes.
And you are just sneaking to your mommy's phone, daddy's phone, or you are checking to your wife's phone, or checking to your girlfriend, or anything, whatever. It's the time to back out at the experimental.
Run. This is what they call flee.
Or maybe you're not saying, when I watch it, I feel okay. When I drink and smoke, I feel okay. When I do this, I feel nice, purposeful. You're not feeling nice. So.
No, there's
because
something nice about it.
It's going to lure you. It's like a sin. It lures before it kills. So, because by the time you are becoming a compulsory user or an addictive user, you need to come to the hospital for help.
Yes.
That is when rehabilitation is the answer.
So you need to seek help even for sexual addictions.
Everybody.
Because some people believe that, why would I go and see a doctor?
Tiger Wood, a popular golfer
for pornography, for I like to have sex 3 times a day. But you really should.
I manage a colleague
because you need intervention because it could ruin you.
Yes.
It could thank God you spoke about Tiger Woods.
Yes.
Tiger Woods lost his marriage because of sexual addiction.
Yes. And he went for therapy.
Yeah, and thank God he has bounced back. Yes. So there's help. There's
help. Only that people should not be in denial. And one thing people should not do is, at the level of addiction, because they are now trying to stop. They now find it that it is difficult. But I tell people, you cannot be addicted and you want to stop on your own.
Yes.
You need rehabilitation. So when they now try to stop on their own, or the family tries to make them stop and they cannot, they go into depression.
I need you to stress on that again. You cannot have an addiction
and
rehabilitate yourself.
No way.
So it will not work.
It will frustrate you, and that leads to depression and suicide. I lost a patient because trying to get out of addictive problem was difficult. Family kept looking down on him as the black sheep of the family. He tried with the best of his intention, but he needed to have come for rehabilitation. So failing, he just lost hope and now started harmful behavior. So he was taking it more, he was living a reckless life, and he just, one of these days when we went to drink, he just fell in the gutter and hit his head.
So to avoid a sad ending or a sad case, it's important to seek intervention. No matter the stage of the addiction that you may be in or anybody close to you may be in, there's help, but you must reach for this help. Like we say on the N.O.W. show, all we aim to do is make you a better person than you are, the better version of yourself that God has created. It may be you, it may be somebody around you who you've seen with some or more of these addictive patterns. Please seek help. Go for intervention. God cares. He's always there waiting for you to just reach out. Help is available. There's always light at the end of the dark tunnel. Thank you. Until we come your way again on the N.O.W. show. Keep winning and stay healthy. God bless you.
Well, the truth is, addiction can actually be a medical problem. Whether addiction to internet, masturbation, pornography, addiction to alcohol or drugs. And the best way is to avoid. But if you're already there and you're watching, help is always available. It's better not to try to do it yourself because you may fail and that may be frustrating. But when you come with a professional help, you can be guided and you can live positive life again. Thank you.